straight on it, aren't they? Fucking. Oh.
Well, I suppose better we know than buffering all day, like I suppose. So at least we're
right, folks. We should be. Get the speaker. Get that off. Yeah. Right, folks. We should be back now. So just let us know any problems. We'll see what we can do. We do have a super duper booster in place, so players were still on the first end, so you haven't missed a great deal. And it looks like Michael's probably picking up a double. Well, just the one.
just the one. Right, hopefully that will settle down now. So one to Michael first end. So apologies for the little bit of a pause there on that first end, which he was just trying out a higher resolution, which seemed to be obviously affecting the stream a little bit. So we've dropped back down. So hopefully now all should be good, and we can watch some balls. And there's our age-old nemesis straight away, mate. We've put one on the board and they've put two, but I'm positive they said one.
I thought they said one as well.
That's better. We're getting some people commenting saying it's better, mate. So the stream's obviously coming across well now. So. We'll just confirm whether that was one or two when we get the chance to speak to the marker.
So green running about 18 seconds apparently, mate.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was hard to obviously judge because my last game was outdoors, but yeah, it seemed fairly brisk. I was practicing with Jason last night, and he thought it was very quick as well.
Right from Charlie.
Yeah, well played.
Not bad for a Russian gymnast, isn't he? Or a Scottish gymnast. There was one non-tourney up this morning, John Price. So that means that local lad Lottie Todd into the next round. Played well like he did in that game.
Never missed.
Never missed.
Never missed.
Come off with Whitefinger. Be some decent games on here this morning, mate.
There is, yeah. I thought the notable one for me was Brett Hartley against Chris Carswell. I thought that was a canny little match-up for a first rounder. It's interesting part of the season, isn't it? It's a lot of people coming from outdoors haven't quite got that indoor pace in their arm fully yet. So I think there'll be might be some scratchy first games, but whoever does qualify will probably grow into the competition.
I have to say a big shout out to Mr. Parkinson, mate, for all his work he's done over the summer to try to get all these events organised. It's no mean feat to get so many events organised, draws done and what have you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And being a paper boy as well, isn't he? And he's part-time
Aye.
part-time job as a paper boy.
Yeah, Peter Boy, train driver, tournament director. Finds an hour to sleep some days. Now there's a good team there now. Jason's doing some great work, and we've got some good stuff in the pipeline. The response to the PBA qualifiers has been phenomenal again today this year as well.
It has, mate. Yeah, there's not many spaces available around them at the minute.
Neil Late asking, is this the qualifiers for the finals at West Lothian in November? Yes, it is, for the Scottish qualifiers.
Getting quite good at losing the jack, these two.
It's gone again.
Gone again. And the tees are different for this one, mate.
Yeah, they've just gone. I think the thought is going forward for the qualifiers, rather than coming in and having to remark 3 metre tees in some clubs. If they've got them, great, they'll be used. If not, then they'll just revert to the 2 metre tees that are in place in all indoor clubs.
Saves a lot of hassle for the host club, mate.
It does. It does.
You know, last time we were here, we watched them on the Friday night. There must have been about an hour and a half trying to put the spots out.
Yeah. I think a couple of times last year they'd been marked up and there were a few mil out, so they were having to be corrected. So yep, they're just staying as they are. And
a few mil, God. Not engineers.
Adam Trinder says, good morning you fine gents and Mr. Bolt. Mr. Gill says,
too much information, this one from Neil.
Nothing better than lying in the bath watching this on my phone. Thanks for that, Ian. That's a view I didn't really want to think about.
Hope you didn't drop it in the phone, in the bath phone. More importantly, I hope we didn't go live. Now, I think the last time we were here, mate, was the preference for the ditch hand this way?
That's what I was saying earlier on. It would be interesting to see what they go with, because I think a lot of people went outside line, didn't they? What's effectively the 7 side, the non-ditch side. And I thought it was slightly better coming in this direction down the 7 side, and then the other way was better going the ditch side. But I think it just depends on the ball.
Great ball from Charlie. Just trying to get a close look at them
Evo.
stickers. Are them our stickers?
The white, the black ones, I think they are. Yeah.
Black ones are ours.
Well, gets by this. He's not a mile away.
Must have got a bit tippy tappy.
Might have made that.
Might have. Kind of like a bit tippy tappy. It's come down a long way.
Yeah, another good ball from Charlie.
Team and back now. Charlie Lyon.
Well, line's decent, Charlie, but I hope doesn't look it up to me. No, short. Maybe taking Michael's shot away that he's just been trying to play there.
Another big shout out to the Stanley Club, mate. All markings provided, all days for the 2 days. Great effort by the club and the players.
Yeah, they always do. They always do. Well, I'll be saying he's only got a draw on either hand, really. It looks as if he's only the one down.
Both balls fall out. Has Charlie's ball fell out? Or is
No,
Charlie's
I think
ball fell in?
Yeah, Charlie's balls fell in. So Michael's when he played his little tippy tappy, as you call it, his originally fell in, and Charlie's was standing on its edge and then dropped in itself. I think I'd be looking at a 4-hand draw here.
Up early, gone early, mate.
Gone early.
Ah, you're right as well. Just looking at the ball in his hand.
He's played the runner. Gets in.
I've gone early. I went early. Not bad. Just want to get it fat.
Yeah, that was the danger from
Good try.
Good effort. Straight in there early, calling the shot, getting it wrong. Get up there.
I'll play the 4-hand draw.
You can either watch James Martin Saturday Coke and I can come in here and learn nothing.
Two it was. Jack's gone again.
Jack's gone again.
I've a sweep to see how many Jacks has gone off here.
Might as well just pass it over and say, yeah, you chuck that.
I'll just carry it up. Just get Derek to carry it up.
There's my little favourite there, Dawn Jackson. She's saying we're enjoying the great crack of me and Ian with our brekkie before I bake some scones. That's what I like to hear. When you pop up, Dawn, don't forget to drop a couple on the old commentary table.
But did I mention the cheese scones the last time because I forgot to give them?
Yeah, don't forget the ones that you brought for us last time that Richie was supposed to give us. Not that I'm bitter or anything like that, but he's looking a little bit fatter than he already was. Still got crumbs round his mouth.
Dawn, they were lovely. Bit cheese. Change your length here from Michael. A little bit shorter. I know Charlie had a little 20-minute spell on here last night.
He did, he was peppering as well. He was playing some good stuff. And again, we talked about earlier on, and they're both playing this outside hand, but I'm a big fan of the other hand, like on coming this direction. It's a much truer hand.
Yeah. Alec just having a casual walk up the green there. he's on a day trip out.
Forgetting his dog, had he? Just have a stroll.
Da, 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 da. You can imagine going la da 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 da.
The only thing he didn't do was wave at the camera and go, "Hiya, man. I'm on the telly."
Can you see me?
Good line here, I think. Might be a bit quick. Always Michael Plymouth vectors, wasn't it? Didn't do a lot out there, did it? Might see what Charlie's does on a similar line.
No, we know it does fly back at the end, like Charlie beckoning it on.
Get out the way, Benzie. I reckon we'll both take Benzie on like he's only 4'3".
So. He might be a Gurkha or something though. It could be XSES. Great every from Michael.
Not quite. Not quite, I don't think.
Great try. Two it is.
So 6-1 Charlie. Very solid. No fireworks as yet, but some good solid balls.
It's a little bit harsh on Michael, the score, because he hasn't really done a great deal wrong there.
Yeah, the heads have all been a bit mixy, haven't they? There's, like I say, nobody's really bossing the jack really, but well, Charlie, you kept this jack on this time. 4th time lucky. Good morning, Jeff. Morning, Margaret. Mr. Lockhart watching his Langworth Junction teammate. There's a view of our slightly higher cameras that we've got on the side now to give us a bit more dynamic view.
Oh, I better not do that because I got wrong last time, didn't I, for leaving it on there. Why do you want to see somebody delivering the ball?
We never get wrong, man. I mean,
I got lost. Got a memory like a sieve, I have. Anyways, here's a question for anybody watching, and I'll keep asking it during the day until see if we can get a decent answer. Somebody asked us the other night, says, where did the term Mitchell come from? Now I said it must have been some fella called Ted Mitchell who hit a jack somewhere and they said, oh, you've done a Mitchell. And it's picked up from there. Where did the term Mitchell come from? Come on, Mr. Butt, you're a man of the word.
Mightn't be a term that's known to everybody, but yeah, it's what a lot of people call out and say you got a Mitchell. But it's funny how as you mentioned it, Charlie just nicked the jack on the way through to get one of those so-called Mitchells. But I haven't got a clue. I mean, we could get on to all kinds. People call it Kitty and everything, didn't they?
Well, possibly, yes, yeah, Kitty. Well, where did they get the kitty then? Where's that come from?
I think a cat ran on the green and pinched a jack. Mark Robinson, that scoreboard is wrong, surely. Yes, it is.
What's wrong with those now?
We've got 4-2 on the board.
No, you're looking at ring gate. 6-1.
Oh yeah, 6-1, aye. If that's what you're looking at, Mark,
yeah.
I've fallen into the same trap. So that rink 7 scoreboard that's behind isn't. That we're on rink 8 here, so there's another scoreboard about 8 foot to the right of that. So please don't get confused by the scoreboard that looks as if it's directly behind the rink, because it's not. So if you're daft enough to trust us, just trust our digital scoreboard that's on screen, and we'll try and make sure it's as right as we possibly can. But it is currently 6-1 to Charlie. I think that's probably what I looked at on the first end, was it? When I said they'd put 2 up instead of 1.
Aye.
I've looked at that board myself, haven't I?
The boards look at other boards always been this far away, but that ring gate one, well, possibly.
Yeah, because obviously just for those wondering why it looks like that, the green itself was used to be an 8-rinker.
Try here from Charlie. Ah, well played.
Great ball, Charlie. Used to be an 8-rinker, then it was reduced to a 7-rinker, so that you can the stand that's up behind us, as you can probably see on the stream, that was put in place, which meant they lost a rink. But to be able to host events like this, it was decided that really an 8-rinker was needed, so they took about a foot from each rink, didn't they?
Yep.
Took a foot of width away from each rink and created the 8 rinks again. So hence the scoreboards that are in place are probably sort of situ from the old 8-rinker. So there's your bit of education for a Saturday morning. Come back tomorrow for Open University.
Just going to run through some of the other scores on the other games. In the distance we have Michael Lynch playing Gillian Hinsley, and that is currently 6-2 after 5. In the Peter Thompson, Paul Hartley, Peter Thompson's it's 5s apiece after 6 ends. Tell a lie, it's 6.
It's 5-6 in the probably game of the session for me. Brett Hartley against Chris Carswell, 5-6.
That's to Chris.
Yeah. Mr. Layden against Mr. Halgrove is something.
Been wiped off.
It has. Somebody won a set. We'll let you know at some point.
Oh, they put the 1 underneath, mate, on the board, on the wall.
And just before you do your other scores, what an answer that is. Paula Boland, the original manual of bowls was written by a man called William Wallace Mitchell. Could it be from him?
I'll tell you what, you win the prize.
Is that what it is? Or do you not know?
I don't know, I'm just saying that sounds good to me.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
See, we're a fountain of knowledge out there.
In 40 years' time, when people are going, you got a bolt? Do you think that'll go back to my game management manual?
It'll be in the archives. It'll be like the. Can you remember
Anybody understand why they call it a bolt? They'll just say, aye, absolute bleep bleep who used to talk a lot of rubbish on the balls.
Can you remember the old? I don't know whether it's still out there. The old almanac. That'll be you. That'll be you a book.
Right, back to the ranch. Another good ball from Charlie.
Right, just to confirm, Michael Lynch took the first set against Gillian Hinsley, and on ring 5, Joshua Halcrow took the first set against Michael Layton.
parlour, man. You don't tell us that, man. Don't tell us that you Googled it.
Googled it?
You're supposed to say yes. It's one of the many things I've researched about bowls over the many years I've been taking part and participating.
You know what it is? We'll be watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and that question will come up, and we'll be jumping through the telly screen.
What was the £1 million question? William Wallace Mitchell. It's a name and a half, isn't it?
It is. I wonder if his face was painted blue.
Freedom.
White! You remember little Jackie Hay from Gator? You used to run up and white! You used to see it about 10 times gone up the green. It was either white, or you close, Morris, white!
This is what William Wallace said on the battlefield. Get your spears out and stick it right to his Mitchell. Lee Collins from rink 7. What's the scores on rink 7?
Is, well, by the board, he's 7-2 up. If the board's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's after 5 ends. Well, Michael needs to change this here.
He does.
Otherwise, this first set's away. Jack in the ditch for 3. Jack in the ditch for 4.
Yeah, Charlie's got a ball just past which you can't see.
It's further back.
And that's that. That's the
That
first
just sums
set.
Michael's look up in the first set.
Yeah, I would say sort of. I think the score line is a little bit unfair on Michael, but Charlie edged it certainly and deserves to win the first set. Still plenty of room there for somebody to improve and take control of this game. It is quite deceiving, that scoreboard, isn't it? Looking at it from that angle.
It is, that's going to confuse everybody all day. That you push it out and you angle, get that on a smaller one.
I can see us mentioning that at least 143 times today. You'll have to add it to your format at the start.
Format at the start will be getting longer and longer.
2 sets of 7 ends, 4 balls each, and the scoreboard isn't the one you can see in the picture. Susan, no, there's no entry charge. You can just walk through the door, Susan. There's bar, there's food. And plenty of good balls on show today. Some great players coming in later on in the day. More Mosley's asking, will there be any coverage of the under-25s at West Denton? Yes, there will. Singles.
just to let you know that it looks like Chris Carswell took the first set against Brett Arkley. And he's just banged in an early 3 on the first end as well. And Paul Hartley has took the first set against Peter Thompson.
Good effort there, Michael. I'm not sure. You might have made that. Might have made that.
Goes down the hole again.
Favour Michael's last ball, looking from this angle.
Shot from me, mate. I don't think we'll go early on it.
No, I'm going straight in. 1 to Michael. 3 to Charlie. Right, he's definitely 9-1 because Charlie's running at this. Not bad neither, I'll tell you. Close to his own, I think.
Stun shot.
Aye.
He's onto the white.
And he stopped on, so he should be lying. Well, this could be. Is this going to be one of our side angles? Get up there. That's Charlie's ball next to the number 8 on the edge of the rink. Favourite shot ball. Good morning, Mr. Duff. Yes, it is the qualifier for the Scottish. And Russell Robinson, yes, I completely agree. Nobody should have to pay to listen to me. Thanks.
Tell you, Lee Collins took the first set against Alex Bryden. That's just going to probably catch Michael's eye, you know, walking up 7.
Well, Michael, line's very good for this. Pace required. It's not bad, you know. He isn't bad. Isn't bad. Oh, what a ball. What a ball that is. Marvellous.
Hurry up and get it, hurry up and get out, Michael. Foot falls in. Just to remind folks that this is you're busy watching the Scottish Open qualifier, live from Stanley Indoor Bowls Club in County Durham. There was another qualifier taking place today at Bromley, and next weekend there are another 2, East Kilbride on Saturday and Newport on the Sunday. Draw's already done. We've got Carlisle on 2nd of October and Belfast on the 23rd of October. Both are full. Draw's not yet been made, and the last chance to qualify is at West Lothian on Monday the 31st of October. So fetch your turnips and your little Halloweens and your sweets and trick-or-treats. Should have been at that one, mate. Trick-or-treats. We made a fortune, wouldn't we? Wouldn't have to dress up or out. Frightened the bands, wouldn't we?
What's my mind there?
Speak for yourself.
All right. Brad Pitt.
What's my mind?
You know what it is? The funniest thing, somebody said, we got new club shirts finally. And I took a photograph of it, in it, and I sent it to one of the lads. I says, there you go. And he came back, he says, well, it's not Brad Pitt, it's more like Weymouth Pitt. It's shabby. You know, them shirts where you can get the wok specially made to put in the front.
Face for the radio, mate, you know that.
Face for the radio and the voice for subtitles. I've been told.
Again, there's nobody really dominating these ends. There's always been a reasonable amount of room. Good ball here from Michael though. Yeah, makes shot I think. Yep. Neil Bryce just saying that the Belfast draws went up last night, as did the West Denton under 25 draw, I believe. Saw that late last night. Mr. Parkinson's still working away at 12:30, I think.
Little beaver.
No, that was Gillian.
Oh, she'll bounce you if she heard that. She watches this back, she's going to have you.
Jason said she was sitting next to him and showing a bit of leg. That's all I'm saying. It's a good job we're not monitored by Mary Whitehouse, would be off. Well played, Michael. Great ball. Down that inside hand.
Charlie just got the draw, mate.
I suppose he could run through the inside edge, I suppose. Worst case, probably lose a one if you chance the two balls. Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
For anybody local watching and you've got nothing to do for an hour or so, you just pop along. It's free to get in.
Got a chance, you know, getting all three of these. If he was to get the right angle.
Really quick.
He's got the front ball. He's got one away. Down to one.
Is Michael lying too, mate?
He was lying too, yeah. He's down to the one now. Damage limitation. It's probably the right shot to play. I think I would have just maybe played it down the other hand. Thought the angles were a little bit better.
Would you say that was an observation, mate, not really a shot prediction?
Oh, I got it right, didn't I? He looked at the inside edge of the two balls. Take every crumb I can.
Yes, so I've heard. If I can remember by me cheesecake that was sent to us last year.
If
Tapmore cheesecake again, this commentary team.
I mean, I don't want to drop any ideas to anybody watching out there, but if there's any cheesecake shops that deliver, then it's Stanley Indoor Bowling Club, DH1, something. Good line from Michael, just 4 foot short.
Could this go wrong? I didn't doubt that.
Good opener, Charlie. Just under. How many players qualify from Stanley, Hugh? I think it's just the one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, just the one from each. There's quite a few qualifiers on here, so yeah, there's just the one from this section, so it's going to be a long old day. I think the final schedule will be around about 8 o'clock, I think, but I think the commentary's bad now, waiting till 8 o'clock tonight. Knackered.
How far short, mate? You're about an inch off the job.
Is there any plans to? I know this is the tournaments are on. Any plans to do the UK Open again, mate?
As far as I'm aware, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
As in this the format the last time? Because that format worked an absolute treat last time.
It did. I mean, it was in a lot of respects, it was a phenomenal turnaround in the time it was put together. It was about 12 weeks or something to put on a full ranking tournament, and it went down really well. And I think there was little bits of feedback, and obviously there's always going to be tweaks from the first tournament, but they'll have been taken on board, and yeah, all being well and sponsorship allowing, I think that'll be good to go again this year.
Oh, great.
Charlie's over the pace, he'll not get back. See what he's thinking, like a little train on the jack for 2 or 3. It's John Inch there, lad. Putting a comment of the full address for Stanley. Never mind putting the full address on, man, John. Get the implement cheesecake ordered. If you know the address, you know where to send it to, don't you? Time it's taken to type that out, he could have been ordering it.
He ordered it.
That's a good ball from Michael. Does 2 jobs. I think he's probably made second ball as well. Covered the trail. Just a little open draw for Charlie, I think.
Give you a roundup of how the second sets are going in a minute. Well, this has come back.
Still over the top.
Got a shoulder and a half on it.
Probably a 2 down here, I think. Which, will give Michael a nice little comfortable cushion in this set.
One.
2.
There it is. 4 to blank.
Yup.
What time are you on, mate? Are you on some dodgy time?
11:30 I'm on, mate.
Still a bit outdoor balls going on, mate, at Leamington.
Say again?
Still a bit outdoor balls going on at Leamington National Finals, top club.
Sorry, mate, I was just getting the scoreboard right there. What did you say again there? Sorry to
top
repeat
club
again.
going on at
It
Leamington.
is, yeah. I was saying earlier on we had
Scores right, yeah? Scores right on the board, yeah?
we had Mark Irwin watching earlier on, and Kevin Harrison was also having a little view as well. And he's they're both competing top club at Leamington today. No doubt both would have been here if not. good luck to all the teams competing, but nice little special mention for Aspatria from the north.
We streamed them the last game, mate, and right old
We did.
cliffhanger
It
at
was
the
a great
end there
game, wasn't
against the Nottingham lads.
It was a great game.
Well, I'm sure we're gutted.
Oh, it's a great opener from Michael. Well played. Yeah, if I remember that, we called that one really, or I called that one really well as well, because I says, well, the fours are coasting, so you can put that point on the board. They got beat.
Well, actually, they would have gotten, well, it was a tie at 15 ends, wasn't it? My format, in my world.
Yeah, that last end cliffhanger that we were all watching when there was still 3 ends to play.
They would give us looks and said, what are they on about? Right, a run through of the scores. Michael Lynch and Gillian Hinsley is 5s apiece after 4 ends. Michael Lynch took the first set. Paul Hartley is 8-0 up after 3 ends after taking the first set against Peter Thompson. Chris Carswell is 4-3 up after 4 ends against Brett Hartley after taking the first set. Josh Halcrow is 8-1 up after 5 ends, and he's also took the first set, so that's nearing its conclusion. On ring 6 we've got Alan Ruff is 2-0 up against Colin Stevenson, and he also took the first set. And on ring 7 we've got Lee Collins, who was 2-0 up after 1 end of the second set, and Lee took the first set. I tell a lie, 1s apiece. Them scoreboards is going to baffle me, mate.
Yeah, 1s apiece after 2 ends. Yeah.
We're an electrician in the house to move these scoreboards along a yard.
I can't remember us having this problem last year, can you?
No.
They've done it to baffle us.
Doesn't take much, mate.
Well, Charlie, are you going to bend in time? Are you going to get under the ball? Great effort, great paces, 3 balls. Favour 2, I think. Nice little shell for you for Michael to roll up to. Not down that line, you won't though. That's closer to that's closer to his other ball. Sure.
Double down. Oh, nice, we got out.
I think Charlie might be close for the 3 anyway. You know, I think he's definitely 2. I think he could be close for the 3.
Line 2. According to El Marker, Mr. Derek Craig. Good old Stanley stalwart, is Derek.
Well, ball's away. Looks on a good line again. Same pace required, should make another point. Plenty to catch on.
Get out of that white ball, you know, yeah.
Oh, he doesn't want.
From our angle, I would.
Don't know. I don't know. I thought Mark has got better, going to have a much better angle and better eyes for me, but I thought it was a strong call of 2. I thought it might have been 2 and a look, to be honest, because it looked close to me. But
umpire coming on, Mr. Brian Brown.
Could be 2, could be 4.
Shout out to the umpires as well, mate, because it's going to be a long day for them as well if they're here all day.
It is.
Ken Gill, the other umpire. His first year as an umpire.
I'm sure when you take your course to become an umpire, I'm sure these are the type of events that they want to do, so great opportunity for both. Brian being around a long time as an umpire now. Great call, Derek. I always knew you were right.
Did you say 3?
2 shots, I think. Yeah. Expect that white ball to be turned away. Yep. Well, halves the deficit. Back in the set.
Charlie can afford to tie this set after winning the first set.
Undecided where he wants this, Matt. I was going to go short, but he's back up to the tee.
That's the first result of the morning. Josh Halcrow has beaten Michael Layden.
And there's Charlie just chucking another one in the ditch. He does it.
In the gully.
Having your own preferred length is just so 90s. Just chuck it in the ditch, let them decide. Reverse psychology, that's where it is. He's a wily old fox, that Charlie. See what he did there? He was going to bring the mat up himself. He took it back to the tee, whacked the jack in the ditch, and then he's fooled Michael into bringing the mat up. He's got exactly the length he wanted in the first place. He just knew he would never keep the jack on.
He might as well have just added the jack.
No, his score. He's on the wind up. Watch this, front toucher. Good solid opening from Michael here, good pace. Yeah, good start out.
Second result of the day coming, mate. Mr. Hartley.
Comfortably through the first game.
Beating Peter Thompson in straight sets.
There's that wider line we talked about last year. Just get high and it just doesn't get back, does it? Last year was only this year, wasn't it? Was it March? UK Open?
Yes, yeah, because we had a bit snow, didn't we?
We did.
I thought we were going to get a bit snow today.
Right.
Bit of a nip in the air.
Oh, it's freezing. Yeah, well played, Charlie. Good ball.
The last end of the Brett Hartley, Chris Carswell. Chris is 7-5 up going into the last end, and he won the first set, so Brett needs a 3 to stop in.
Very close, Michael. Very close. Oh, he's been unlucky again.
And fell away.
Just Found his way through that little gap again. He's had a couple of those during the game.
Met now, Charlie, because you just moved your one.
I think you're quite up, Charlie.
Must be close for shot, that mate. Derek fancies the back one.
Yeah, Derek did call it with Michael's last ball. He said he'd shuffled Charlie's ball a touch, so he called a measure. Both had a good look at it, and I don't think there's any definite answer. Open draw down the other here, Michael. Sit off the back of your own, or just draw the shot outright, or is he going to stick down the backhand? Interesting. He's playing the runner for the ball. Didn't like that shot at all. Thought he had loads of chances down the other, just dropped his own front ball, he was shot.
Fancy Charlie.
Must have fancied Charlie for shot.
Mr. Parkinson's just updating there. There's been a change to the streaming game at 10 o'clock. It's now Mark Higgins versus Graham Harrower.
New umpire Ken Gill in his first year. Back ball it is. 1 to Charlie. 4 to 3. We go into end number 6.
And Mr. Carswell's managed to get through that first round death draw, really. Mr. Carswell against Brett Hartley. That's Brett in an unusual early bath for him.
That's a cracking win for Chris, mind
It
you.
is a great win for Chris. I suppose the only positive for Brett will be that he will be coming back for the World Qualifiers tomorrow, fresh as a daisy.
Chris will play another local lad, Lockie Todd. Lockie was due to play John Price, who unfortunately couldn't get.
And Jason just saying there that we've got young Owen Kent. He makes his PBA debut at 14 years of age at 10 o'clock. Great start to his professional bowls career. Best of luck to Owen. Certainly the best way to fast track your career, coming in and playing against the best and learning from the games.
At the end of the day, what's the worst can happen, mate? You can only lose.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everyone use the experience. Joined behind us, Jeremy Henderson. They always blown kisses at the camera.
2 on it.
Great opener from Charlie there, and a great response from Michael. Great effort.
He's the one who played Mickey Brett, wasn't he? Nice to see him.
Just looking on ring 1, last ball of the game over there. 7-6 to Gillian Hinsley. Michael Lynch has got a draw in for game. If he draws the shot, he'll tie the set. He won the first set. Gillian's clapping the ball already and needs to stop. Nice. I think he's got it. Yeah. Michael Lynch through.
Charlie lying well here, but Michael needs to get down. Oh, he's thin on the ball. Yeah, he's away. 2. Yeah, 2 I fear that. We're just trying to close this up, I think. You don't want to be getting anywhere near that outside ball, Charlie. I think through the head's good. God, I tell you, he's not a mile away from the ball neither. Just another little step to the left there. Yeah, we should get a good view of it. I don't think Michael will be short with this. Bring his ball in a touch, same pace. He looks wide again to me. Yeah, he is. 2 to Charlie's.
What is the house?
It's nice to have a little bit of glamour in the commentary box anyway. Miss Henderson, how are you anyway?
I am good, thank you.
Good.
Yes, I am good. Similar to you, hosting an injury?
Yeah, we'll find out in an hour and a half. I had my first, I had about 6 ends, first time in 8 weeks or something, first balls, so it was alright. I've already said to Richie, if it goes pear-shaped and I'm getting beat, I'm going down on the deck. I'm putting my arm in the air and I want a stretcher to come on and carry us off.
You don't want to kiss a life then?
Oh, I'm going for the big drama queen effort, I'm telling you. No messing. Oh, that isn't Charlie just sticking the jack in the ditch again there. It's only about the 19th time in this this match.
Why don't you just walk up with it? Michael will come off saying, I don't know, I lost that. I point the jack more times than Charlie.
Played my length all game. Yeah.
So we come to the final end of the set. Charlie 5-4 up, so Michael needs a double to stay in. Or to force it into the old tie break.
For those who are unaware, because I know she likes to keep a low profile, but Jackie, who's just in the commentary box there, is the major sponsor for the Scottish International Open. A great, amazing supporter of bowls, to be honest, Jackie, and the Lean to Succeed brand. And it will be the Lean to Succeed Scottish International Open draw taking place at 10 o'clock as well. So we'll find out who potentially plays who at the finals. Good morning, Mr. Avery, and I'll just ignore that comment, Mr. Doherty. We've got 9 people on standby to get a bid each. That stretcher. Whatever.
We've actually got one of them, you know, on the football where they fetch the stretcher around with the buggy. We've got one of them. It's a golf buggy. We can only get a golf buggy, mate.
Got one of those little cranes that
As
runs up.
the trolleys out the corner.
One of those cranes that run up the side of the Formula 1 tracks that pick the cars up on the side. You just see us dangling on a beep, 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 beep.
One at a time. Just to give you an update on the other scores, there's another 2 games still going on. Alan Ruff and Colin Stevenson is 3s apiece. That's after 4 ends. Alan Ruff won the first set. Alex Bryden is 4-2 up after 5 ends against Lee Collins. Lee took the first set. I'm going to have to ask the question about them scoreboards, mate, because they're completely thrown me.
I just wonder whether they'd covered one up last year. I've got a feeling they might have covered that 7-1 up and used a manual board. I think they did.
Probably going to have to use the main board, I think, otherwise we're just going to I'm going to be factually incorrect again. So, Michael, Ryan one away.
Looks a bit wide again, just Michael.
Just keeping you thinking, Charlie.
That was a common factor of the runners last year, wasn't it? They didn't do a lot.
No.
I keep saying last year at the UK Open in March. It feels
Apart
like
from the
last year.
time where we said he'd never get down from out there.
Yeah, that one ball that just decided it had bias like a blooming lignum vitae. Thanks. Charlie's down a high line here. Is he going for cover? Looks like it.
Don't need much weight, just a bit of don't need much weight, just a bit of talent.
Well, need a 2 here, mate. What would you play? I think, go on, let you go first. What would you play here?
I'd probably play down the swingy end, looking for one on each other.
Yeah.
In a range on.
There's a chance he might be able to get the ball and sit in its place without getting the
I
jack.
think his third ball's done him no favours. Like,
Surprised he's still playing his backhand. I don't see what he's going to get down his backhand. Probably prove us wrong here, but I don't see where the 2 shots is coming from with this. Just think if he gets the ball, he's always going to run away from it.
I suppose.
Always going to run away from the ball. Yeah, I didn't see the benefit of that shot at all. But you've got to play what you fancy. But I think down the other, you have the inside edge and up.
You do. So.
Get the Tom and Jerry on now. Well done, buddy.
Well, I think in the overall course of the game, Charlie was the more solid player throughout and wins 2-0.
Right, folks, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, I think we'll be coming back, and I think we're doing the live Scottish Open draw, aren't we, at 10 o'clock before the next session starts.
I'm ready to believe,
yep,
yeah.
we'll be back in a few minutes.
Back in a few minutes, folks. Just